What is going on, guys? We are back on another video today, and we are doing another experiment. We're going to see who Madden, at least, thinks Tom Brady should sign with. I think it's pretty obvious that he's going to re-sign with the Patriots. You know, at his age, you know, he's regressed a little bit. Not crazy amount, but regressed a little bit. The situation there isn't perfectly ideal with talent-wise, but schematically, it's pretty damn solid for him. So I just don't think there's any real... I mean, there's a chance. There's definitely a chance, because if there wasn't a chance, he wouldn't have been hitting free agency. But I think there's a good chance he returns to the Patriots. But you never know. You definitely never know, especially if he decides, you know what, this team's really good, and they're actually offering me a hell of a lot of money. Why not try it for a year? So we'll see. You know, it happens quite often at the end of people's careers. If you guys like seeing stuff like this, maybe leave a like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, and that's it. Well... maybe subscribe to my second channel, PK Plays. Follow me on Twitch at Jeromepkr. Do I have an OnlyFans that you could follow? I don't know. But he's an 83 overall here, and I'm going to allow this because, once again, his rating did drop a little bit in Madden this year, and I have a feeling that EA is going to drop the quarterback rankings even lower. I think guys like Rodgers might start next Madden with like 88, 89. Brady could be like an 86, 87. So, I'm just going to leave it here. Still very good. And also, the other factor is I'm too lazy to up his ratings. But that's what Tom Brady looks like. Is he number 12 here? Okay, you gotta at least give him number 12. Otherwise, his chances of succeeding drop tremendously. We also did, let the free agency roll. So we're gonna see if any, new names were signed. We already see that the Chargers, for some reason, doubled up on wide receiver hard. They got Judy and Duvernay. I don't know what the hell... like, maybe an offensive lineman? No? Okay, it seems, makes sense. Jordan Howard as a backup. They ended up with a lot of hidden players, though. Troy Pride, not a bad play for them. It's about it, though. They probably should have went with an offensive lineman in the first round. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it would be a good idea. But let's take a look at the first team of 5. I think these are the 5 teams that are most likely to make a play at him. We'll see who actually does it, because one of the teams is a little broke. But there are ways for them to get enough money to get him for a year. Definitely ways. All right, headed to the playoffs. The team has made a little bit of a turnaround, but it was not enough. A 9-7 season for the Chargers. Thanks, plane, for flying over. Bit of losses early on, and then 3 straight wins was not enough. Was it Tom Brady's fault, or was it the roster? It was not Tom Brady's fault. He had almost 5,000 yards, 39 touchdowns with 9 interceptions, a completion percentage of 71%. This is like all-time great, season performance. Even robbed. I left him with their Chargers playbook and everything. Keenan Allen and Jerry Jeudy went absolutely off. Duvernay, a guy they would have most likely had to take in the third round if they're really lucky. Probably a bit of a waste. They just didn't play him. And let's see if Brady actually won MVP. He really didn't win MVP. Of course, Tannehill, number 2. Of course, we'll get to that later at some point. Number 4. With those numbers. Ravens. The Ravens have been winning a lot of Super Bowls in Sims, and they win one here. And the Chargers, they want a completely new identity. They want to forget about last year, apparently, because they're now the Marshalls, and Brady retires. All right, so yesterday I mentioned, I really need to get to the comments on that, but yesterday I mentioned in the mock draft video that I made that, the Colts probably wouldn't go for Brady because they have Jacoby on a 3-year. Turns out it was a 2-year, and they're not as locked in with him as I thought. So they did a really good job, even though he did get a decent bit of money. He could be taking quite a bit of the cap space, but they wouldn't be completely screwed. I don't like the move for them, but it could happen, and the Colts, with a decently improved offensive line, could very well be a solid landing spot for them. I probably should be taking a look at the actual draft class first before we do this, because it kind of reveals it. But you can see here, in Madden at least, a really solid offensive line. They go with Prince here for their rookie left tackle, normal development. I thought he was like star or better. Like, did the combine skew the decision there? Henry Ruggs, super option there for them. So now they've got quite a bit of speed on that offense. Tom Brady enters a very good, there's no complaints here. There really shouldn't be a lack of weapons argument in this case, in my opinion at least. So he joins a good offensive line, a pretty damn decent defense. It's only getting better, And then, an offense with some solid weapons, better than New England. Forgot to look at defense, but they don't really have anyone, so it is what it is. All right, this one I think should be the playoffs. It's not an easy division at all, but the Colts are a pretty solid team, and Tom Brady probably puts them over the top. Although I will say Jacoby Brissett usually does very well in Sims, so maybe not. 7, so worse than before. 7-8-1 apparently is enough to make it in the AFC. No, it can't. I mean, it can't be just that because the Chargers were in the AFC. I mean, they are in the AFC. There's no were. So Tom Brady was worse by a decent bit, but the ground game was slightly better. I still think this Tom Brady wasn't nearly as good. I probably should have looked at the actual attempts. Darius Leonard went off, though. 14.5 is a lot. That's what she said. Completion percentage about 3% less. Yeah, he didn't play as well, but he was still good enough. And apparently this team is a playoff worthy team. Every time I go through the stats, the damn planes go through. Tom Brady in this one is not even on the list for MVP. We could have looked at these stats, but let's be honest. If you're not number 4 on MVP, or you're not on the list, it doesn't matter because you're not going to make it. But hey, they might be able to sneak a win in against the Browns, or just lose. They lost. Let's go to the Super Bowl, see who wins it, and then take a look at that game against the Browns. The Browns did make it all the way, in fairness, so they are. They did not win the Super Bowl. They made it all the way to the Super Bowl, so it makes sense. Brady retires. Brady retires. Right, so a 5-point loss, not bad. Tom Brady. We should have looked at the stats before. What the hell? I'm stupid. But it did say like 300 yards passing, so fair enough. Now I think for one of the most unlikeliest, but one of the most interesting and potentially successful ones is the Chicago Bears. Now, it would be tough to get there, but if Tom Brady's willing to join them for 20 to 25, they could easily get to that number. They have Parkinson's. I mean, Colby Parkinson. Yeah, that was one of my non-many scripted jokes. The delivery wasn't great. Parkinson's. It's funny to make fun of a very serious disease. Tariq Cohen, David Montgomery, Allen Robinson's a superstar for them. They're probably going to look to re-sign him. I don't know what their cap situation's a little tight. Can't lie. Getting Wallace was a huge win for them, though. Obviously, we know they need a safety if they get rid of Clinton Dix, which they probably will, unless they somehow convince him to take another really good deal for them. Never mind. The NFC North did pretty well in the top 2, 12-4. So this one so far, record-wise, is by far the most successful. Trubisky sometimes does do pretty well for them for whatever reason, but yeah. Tom Brady, though, I know this is probably going to be super rushing numbers. The attempts were. I don't know about the yards, but the attempts seemed pretty high. So Tom Brady with 4,400 yards, 34 touchdowns, 11 picks. He got the true Trubisky treatment. He didn't have to do as much, even though he did do more, and he still had a really good season. So I doubt he's even going to be close. He might not even. Number 11, what up there, pal? Number 11, number 4, pure QB, just not going to happen. Isaiah Simmons of the Lions very well could happen. So I appreciate the realism there. This team could make it. Let's see. Are they going to beat the Packers? The question. They do. On to the divisional against the Seahawks. They win that. Uh-oh. And they lose in the championship game to the Saints. Shout out to veteran old quarterbacks, last second playoff Super Bowl run, losing to the Saints. Shout out to Favre, and then the Saints do win. I hate me. I keep forgetting to check out the freaking stats before the season's over, because how is Tom Brady? Oh, we don't know. But we still have yet to see a Brady win in the Super Bowl, let alone from a new team. And now for the final team, and the most realistic team for Tom Brady to join that isn't the Patriots, it's the Titans. The Titans go with a normal dev DT. Then in the second round, they go with a normal dev middle linebacker. Then in the third round, they go with a normal dev corner. And then they go with a normal dev tight end. And everyone's normal development. Let's take a look at any other free agents they had. So letting go of Tannehill, which they didn't in this case, but they would, obviously, if they were going for Brady, gives them a decent bit of money to work with. They decided not to do anything but bring Conklin back, which is a pretty big win. This would definitely attract Brady quite a bit to have that line that Tannehill had last year. And then defensively, it doesn't appear that they added anyone new. Raglan, I suppose. But yeah, with all the cap space they had, I'm surprised they didn't add someone else. Like, let's see what the salary is. I imagine it's pretty decent. There is no space at all. I lied. I think this is one of the most realistic ones and one of the best likely chances for him to win another ring. I think the two top teams would be the Bears and the Titans, with the Titans slightly over them. I think both teams, the Bears and the Titans, they both played their best football with Brady. They could easily win a Super Bowl. While I think if he played with the Patriots and the Patriots played their best football, I don't know if they have what it takes. However, you can see here, the game does not agree with us, with a 6-8-2 record being by far the worst of the bunch. Tom Brady, the touchdowns keep dropping. The yards did improve, though, and the rushing numbers are very similar to the Bears, but a little bit more success here. 2 guys on the Titans, almost 3 into the 1,000-yard mark. So the offense didn't really seem to be much. It didn't seem to be much of a problem. The scoring didn't really seem to be that bad either. I mean, I don't know what the story is here. So number 1 in offensive yards, probably number 1 in scoring, are very close. Number 20th in defense. Okay, so we have a case of unrealistic Madden here. Chiefs over the Cowboys. Could happen. You never know. Cowboys with a new coach. You just don't know. And for the last one, the most realistic one, Patriots, Tom Brady. The Patriots with a very good pick of center, a very good pick of tight end. Might be even another good pick here. Evan Weaver, still decent. Folsom, definitely a fast linebacker guy that actually fits what they would want quite a bit. Chase Claypool, I think they'd probably go a little bit higher for a wide receiver, but not a bad group of rookies. We're going to see what the group of free agents looks like. Anyone new? It appears not. Sanu is not a great move for them at all. Offensive line still very solid. Defensively, anyone new? I don't think so. They decided to keep McCourty, who's not an X factor. What? Oh, no, they didn't. This is Jason McCourty. I'm stupid. Never mind. They left him, so that defense is still looking a little shaky. But let's take a look. Patriots, Tom Brady, the OG. Watch EA give the Patriots a 16-0 season. They're like, oh, wow, it's maybe Tom Brady should come back to the Patriots. The Bears one was actually really successful, though, and I think it does make quite a bit of sense. That offensive line, though, that's the questionable part. And no, they have Tom Brady on the Patriots going 6-10. Wow, that's actually kind of bad. I actually kind of tempted making them 11-5 and just forgetting to show the schedule or making some excuse. We don't need it. Whatever. But Tom Brady with the worst season out of all of them. So EA, shockingly, I actually thought this would be the one where they were like, yeah, this Tom Brady, our favorite. He's the guy. But no, definitely the worst. Just barely not the worst passing yardage. Worst touchdowns and the by far worst picks. And they didn't even run the ball that much. Tom Brady had 27. He had a third of Sony Michel's carries on the season. This was not a very good season. I'm not even going to look at MVP. Yeah, I mean, okay. Let's take a look at actually, we'll see the defensive stats, though. Let's take a quick, I could have just waited, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18th. And then points allowed. They were the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So about 18-ish, 18 and 21-ish. Math is hard. Okay, I think it was 18 and 21. That's the favorite of the ages. What? Go to the Super Bowl. The Cowboys and the Browns. Cowboys seem to be in this quite a bit, and the Browns win 31-24. Browns also in a decent bit. This is where the biggest part is. Who do you guys think should try and sign Tom Brady? Everyone's like, every team. Also, I want to know what teams you think that I left off the list that I shouldn't have. Tom Brady didn't decide to retire this time. The only two other teams I can think of are the Raiders or maybe even the Buccaneers, but I think we chose the very best 5 where he does have a chance to win. He has an okay line in every team except for the Chargers, but the Chargers, if they got Brady, they could spend, and even if they don't get Brady, they might spend a lot of their picks on offensive linemen, so you never know. But yeah, I think this is a good one. And I think the Titans one should have definitely did better, but it just didn't. And like I said, if you have a suggestion, which team do you think he's going to go to? Do you think it's actually not crazy to think he'll leave the Patriots? Do you think there's actually a lot to these talks? Maybe he will join someone like the Titans or the Chargers, or maybe the Colts. The Colts seem like it would be decent, inside as well, in a dome for once. I mean, I feel like that could make a lot of sense. So, I don't know. Let's keep the conversation going in the comment section below. If you have a suggestion for this, something like this for me to do, let me know. We could do something with the draft where it's like, which team do you think should go for Tua Tagovailoa or Joe Burrow? We might do something like that depending on how well this video does. And that's about it. Once again, if you're new to the channel, maybe subscribe. Like the video if you did like it. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr, and do the other stuff, but we won't mention it too much. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you come back for next video. But until next video, see ya!